So we're going to look at the third component that I think is important for improving your putting, and that's improving your feel. And we've got a couple of drills and a couple of ideas that you can do that I genuinely think will help you. So the first one, Lexi Thompson, a very top quality LPGA player, she does this quite a lot, and she's actually used it in actual tournament play, and that's to actually strike a few putts with your eyes closed. So quite straightforward, set yourself up, look at the hole, come back, shut the eyes, make the stroke. And interestingly, when you're actually on the putting green, you can then also nominate whether you think that's gone short, whether you think it's gone right or left, before you look up to see whether it has done what you think it has. And that's a great way of starting to improve your inner eye when you come over to putt. Second exercise, which was popularised by Jordan Spieth but has been used for 50 or 60 years by teaching pros, is actually strike some putts but look at the hole. So what this does, again, it just frees the stroke up a little bit and starts to get you maybe thinking a little bit more naturally. So for example, if you were going to throw a dart or throw something at the hole, you'd stand at that angle and throw like that. You wouldn't actually watch your hand go backwards and forwards, you'd actually look at the target and let it go. So taking your setup, getting into that position there, looking at that angle, make the stroke. And like Jordan Spieth, you can see it works every time. So the first implement I'm going to try is a sandwich. Now, this is a tried and trusted technique used by pros over the years, and it's really useful in terms of sharpening up the strike and giving you a really good feel, because what you're going to do is putt with this edge of the sandwich here. So I'll demonstrate one. You see, I'll hold that up in the air like that, come back online, and that gives you quite a good strike. If you drop the club, obviously it'll come off at a different angle, so it really starts to make that a little bit more finite when you're striking it, and really gets you level through the putt rather than dropping and moving the head. You've really got to stay very stationary when you're using this drill. So this final exercise, a new one to me, but I was reading about it the other day, and it concerns the world number one, so anything Rory does I always think is worth looking at. And he and his putting coach, the great Brad Faxon, were actually striking some putts with a 5-wood. And again, the idea again with this is just to free the mind up. It's something completely different to what you would normally use. And in fact, Rory was holding 6 or 7 15-footers in a row using one of these. So I'm going to attempt a 4-footer with it, and just setting yourself up as normal, just like Rory. Well, I hope you've enjoyed these 3 videos, and there's a couple of nuggets that will help your putting going forwards. Thanks.